Really quickly before we start today's video, we want to give a special shout out to our VIP patrons over on Patreon.
Yes, sir.
You all support us at the highest tier possible, and we thank you so much. All right. Okay. Today we are back with another Death Note reaction video, episode 4. I'm so excited.
I am dying of anticipation, Jared. We just got done watching episode 3, Dealings, and a whole lot happened in that episode.
The biggest twist of all in episode 3 was that Light's father works for the police.
And not only that he works for the police, he's the chief investigator investigating his son.
Exactly.
And Light has all the information he needs, and it's untraceable. He can just go on to his father's computer and just get what he needs.
So things are heating up, people. And as we do, we are going to start this video off by reading some of your questions. You have sent us many questions over on Patreon, and they're good ones.
Let's jump right into it, Jared. Well, let's try to find more answers to some of our questions, everybody. We're going to jump right in. This is Death Note, Episode 4, Pursuit. Let's go. Here we go.
Has anyone seen Ryuk around lately?
Who's that?
Maybe he was serious about losing his Death Note.
It's the
It was
Shinigami.
probably picked up by some human before he could get to it.
No way. Then he'd be stuck there till the end of that human's life or until the Death Note was destroyed. That could take a while.
Yeah, I can't picture Ryuk doing something so boring.
Boring.
I actually heard he was carrying 2 Death Notes.
Seriously? Why would he need 2?
Beats me. I'll never understand that guy.
So, the price for receiving the eyes of a Shinigami is no more than half of my remaining lifespan? That's it, right?
Yes. Well then, do we have a deal or not?
Ryuk. This deal is out of the question.
Oh. Turned it down. I think he might come back around.
Yeah, he might revisit it. I want to know who this guy
Let's
is
get this
that's
straight.
following him.
My plan is to create an ideal new world free from evil and all criminals. And I intend to reign as a god in that world for a very long time. I might consider the deal if it lengthened my life, but not if I die sooner. I figured you, of all people, should know I wouldn't take this deal.
Yeah. I still felt I should tell you that the deal existed just in case. Anyway, I've done my part. I don't need you complaining I didn't tell you this earlier on.
This is what you call telling me early on? Don't you think you're a little late? I don't see why you couldn't have told me this when we met. Or better yet, you could have simply included it in the instructions for the Death Note.
Good point. He's not the slightest bit daunted by the fact that I'm a Shinigami. He doesn't suck up to me, and he seems to have no problem giving me a hard time.
The inner thoughts of Ryuk.
Yeah, he's sort of taken aback.
Well, you sure there's nothing else you want to tell me ahead of time? Shinigami?
No, nothing else. Probably.
Really? That's too bad.
What do you mean?
You know, Ryuk, I might have seriously considered the deal if you'd offered me wings instead of eyes. Just the idea of flying around freely in the sky sounds very godlike. After all, it's been mankind's dream since antiquity to be able to fly.
You'd stand out if you sprouted wings and flew around. Not to mention the police would have no trouble finding you.
Exactly.
I was only joking. If I keep bargaining for eyes and wings and whatever else, next thing you know, I'm gonna end up becoming a real Shinigami. Though, who knows? I bet that could be pretty interesting.
I wouldn't worry. Even without the eyes and the wings, you're already a worthy Shinigami.
Oh, snap.
Ooh.
The Shinigami realm is slowly rotting. We lead meaningless and empty lives. And the only reason we still take human lives is because we're afraid to die ourselves. The truth of the matter is that we no longer even know why we exist. In fact, I doubt there's any reason for our existence at all. What I'm saying is, compared to that, you're becoming a much more impressive Shinigami.
I don't know about that. I mean, from what you're telling me, it sounds like I'm doing a lot more work than they are, but I don't want to be compared to a Shinigami. I'm a human using this Death Note to make the world a better place for other humans. But I wouldn't necessarily say that the Shinigami realm is meaningless to humans either.
Why do you say that?
Well, just think about it. Whenever a Shinigami like you comes to the human world once every 100, no more like every 1,000 years, the human world changes dramatically.
Oh, wow.
The existence of the Shinigami realm is extremely significant.
Really?
You told me just now that the Shinigami realm is slowly rotting, right? Well, when you return from this world, why not use what you've learned here to try and change it for the better?
Well, Light, I'm not sure why I never noticed this until now, but you're quite the positive thinker.
I'm going to pause there real quick. So here, it almost seems like Ryuk was trying to stroke Light's ego a little bit, saying, "Oh, you're better than us, Shinigami." Right? And then you have Light saying, "Why don't you try to make the Shinigami world into a better world using what you've learned here in the human world?"
Yeah.
Interesting.
I'm still shocked that Light turned down the deal.
Yeah.
But he said he wants to live like a godlike figure.
Yeah.
So cutting his lifespan short wouldn't allow him to do that.
Yeah.
And he doesn't necessarily want to be compared to a Shinigami. I feel like Light's playing a psychological game here with Ryuk.
Yeah.
And it's working. He's getting inside of Ryuk's mind.
Yeah.
That should show us the power that Light has, Jared.
That's right.
Because Ryuk's like, ooh.
Yes.
He's not essentially he's not afraid of a Shinigami.
Yeah. Yeah, humans have power.
Yeah. Oh, and then what Light just said about every 1,000 years when a Shinigami comes up, they change human society.
Yeah.
So this is marking a significant change, Jared.
Yeah.
In society.
Yeah.
Light is just knocking them off.
Yeah.
One
and
by
also,
one.
it seems like Ryuk is having a little bit of fun, right? In the Shinigami world, it is boring. He said they don't even know why they continue to stay alive. They just kill people to stay alive.
And they kill humans, right? Humans.
But here, he's having a little fun.
A little or a lot?
A little lot.
A little lot.
Yeah, of course I am.
Well, Light, I'm not sure why I never noticed this until now, but you're quite the positive thinker.
Yeah, of course I am. That's why I'm using the Death Note to create a better world. You have to be a positive thinker to even attempt something like this. That's it. I got it.
Got what? What's this about?
I think I just figured out how to find the name of the guy who was following me today.
Oh.
How are you gonna do that?
I'm gonna use the rules of the Death Note to my advantage. I already know that if I write down a cause of death, I've got 6 minutes and 40 seconds to record the conditions and exact time of death.
Okay.
First, I need to know exactly how far I can go in terms of specifying the details of death. This should be interesting.
But doesn't he need his name?
Yeah, it's me. Another 6 inmates were found dead last night. All were heart attacks. It's him. What? Huh? Bizarre behavior before they died? Could you be more specific? What do you mean? So they didn't just die from heart attacks?
No, what I'm saying is they all died of heart attacks, but it wasn't quite that simple. Before one of them died, he drew a pentagram on the wall of his cell using his own blood. Another left a letter, but it doesn't seem to be a will or anything meaningful. And as for the third victim, he escaped from his cell and ran all the way to the staff bathrooms before he died.
What is it, Watari?
3 more heart attack victims, but the circumstances of their deaths are different from what we've seen thus far.
What do you mean by different?
I'm sending you a copy of a letter as well as pictures taken at the scene.
Okay. It sounds like he was afraid that Kira would find him. It's believable that our victim might have been genuinely afraid and wrote this, but We know Kira can control the time of death. What if he can also determine the actions in the moments leading up to death?
There you go.
In which case...
Chief.
Huh?
We can't release details of these men's deaths to the media. As far as they're concerned, these are just heart attacks. I have reason to believe that Kira was performing some kind of test using these criminals. And if that's the case, we'd only be giving him the results if this information is leaked to the public.
What's the purpose of the test?
Right.
Though? That's where
I
I'm confused.
understand.
So now he's experimenting on his victims? Horrible.
He's playing with people's lives as if all this was just a game. It's unforgivable.
If Kira is really using criminals as test subjects, what is he trying to achieve?
Right, like what's the test that he's doing? And how does it help him find his stalker?
Yeah.
Look at this, Ryuk. I think we're in luck. The results of yesterday's little test have already been downloaded onto my dad's computer. And these results are just as I expected. The death note will work for what I have in mind.
What do you mean by that?
One of them escaped and ran into the bathroom I had specified in the death note. Another one drew the same symbol I had drawn in the death note before he died. And finally, a third wrote the same letter I had written in the death note, word for word. All three did exactly what I intended them to do. For the other 3 inmates, I purposely wrote conditions that were virtually impossible. With the first one, I wrote that he would die in front of the Eiffel Tower
there you
in
go.
1 hour.
There you go.
And it didn't happen.
Everyone knows that it's physically impossible to go from prison in Japan to Paris, France in only 1 hour.
So did somebody else die?
It couldn't happen. He simply died of a heart attack in prison. The next was supposed to draw an exact picture of Elle's face on the prison wall. This also didn't happen. You can't draw someone you've never seen.
Right.
Makes sense.
With the last one, I tried something slightly different. I specified that he would write a note that read, "I know that Elle is suspicious of the Japanese police." To be honest, I actually expected this one to work, but it didn't end up happening. Which means, it's impossible to make someone write what they don't already know. Or at the very least, it has to be the kind of thing that they could come up with on their own. Basically, even the death note can't do the impossible. But
how about compelling them to write their name? How about that? How about that? Write your name.
Wait. Why write your name, though? Write someone else's name.
That you may know.
Well, Jared, the whole purpose of this is to try to eliminate his stalker, right?
Yes.
So I did not even think of that, Jared. That's crazy.
That's crazy. But we got to continue, but go ahead.
Oh my goodness. He could have, but how would he do that?
He's still got to see a face, Jordan.
Yeah, but how would he describe that person to someone else? I don't know. I'm trying to figure out how does all this relate to what he's about to do.
Yeah. We're about to find out.
Jared, this is getting deep.
Yeah. How do you feel about the English dubs so far?
You know what? I kind of like the Japanese.
I think we're used to the Japanese.
I think reading what they're saying registers in the brain a bit more. Like hearing it, you can just overlook little details.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we might have to switch back. We'll see.
Let us know what you think, people.
Yeah.
Make someone write what they don't already know. Or, at the very least, it has to be the kind of thing that they could come up with on their own. Basically, even the death note can't do the impossible. But, as long as it's within the realistic limits of what that person might do, I can control them as much as I want before they die.
That's very clever. But what's all this leading to? What's the point?
Exactly.
These latest victims will no doubt keep Elle and the police guessing. Even as we speak, he's probably trying to decipher all the clues I left for him, especially that little note. That absolutely meaningless dying message. If Kira used those criminals to conduct an experiment of some sort, it means he's about to start something. If he moves now, there's a good chance that the FBI will notice someone acting suspiciously. But perhaps he has a different goal in mind altogether. Could the pentagram and this letter be some kind of message? Is this it? All right, time for the real thing.
Real thing?
Yesterday on the news, they said this drug addict tried to rob a bank but was unsuccessful. He attacked a few people and then ran away empty-handed. I'll use him. It's kinda last...
What? What's he gonna do, Jar?
Hold on. I'm wondering. I'm wondering, Jared.
Come on.
Because he knows the guy's location.
Yeah.
That's following him. I wonder. I could be wrong. I wonder if he's going to write down an action for that guy to do.
Okay.
Something like strangle the man standing by the light post on this street.
And hold him there for long enough so I could see his face and learn his name.
No, strangle him and kill him.
Ooh.
Strangling him, killing yourself.
Interesting.
Right?
Interesting.
I don't know. He's picking up his phone though, so I don't know what he's doing.
All right. Let's see, Jar.
Is this going to get too complicated to understand? Like, we are only on episode 4. I feel like by episode 20, if we don't pay attention enough, it could just start. The details are piling up.
Listen, the people watching will help us out, Jar.
That's right.
Yesterday on the news, they said this drug addict tried to rob a bank but was unsuccessful. He attacked a few people and then ran away empty-handed. I'll use him.
So he's
it's
still out
kinda
there.
last minute, but I'm sure I can find someone. I got a few people in mind.
Come on.
A few people? For what?
You'll see. Believe it or not, I'm actually a rather popular guy. Ryuk.
Hello? Uh-huh. Light? Morning.
So this is the first friend of his that we've met.
Yeah.
He said he's quite popular.
Yeah. She seemed happy to answer that phone.
She seemed tired. All right, back at school. What is going on? Or is this school, right?
I think so.
He's still following me.
Oh, maybe.
Perfect. This whole thing would just be a waste of time if he wasn't tailing me.
Light!
A date?
Yeah. It's a date no matter how you look at it. And I'm sure even my stalker will see it that way.
But this isn't just a date, is it? You said that you'd figured out a way to find your stalker's name. So tell me, what do you plan on doing?
Huh? Come on. Didn't you see what I wrote in the death note? I explained it in great detail.
No. Doing that would take all the fun out of it.
In that case, just be patient and watch what happens. Sorry, did I keep you waiting?
No, not at all. Anyway, I haven't been to Spaceland since junior high.
Oh my goodness.
I'm so excited. And the best part is I have you all to myself.
Oh.
Yeah.
During the week, he goes to school and cram school at night. Dates on his day off. A normal kid, just a hardworking senior in high school. Chief Yagami's son, Light Yagami. No cause for suspicion.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Well, that was simple.
At any rate, I'll be done with my surveillance today, and that'll be it.
That can't be all.
No.
What is the guy who... Was he attempted robbery or something? What does he have to do with all this?
Yeah, I have no idea. But that right there, I mean, that cannot be Light's plan. To go on a date and get this guy off of his tail.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he seems like he's on a mission, Drew.
Yeah. There's
to
more
do something else.
I think he wants to kill him.
Oh, yeah. I wonder if he expected the guy to sort of back off. Maybe he did.
And maybe if he sees the guy backing off, maybe he'll change his mind about killing him.
I don't know. He said he wrote in a lot of detail
Oh, snap.
in the death note.
So maybe it's already done, right? It's going to happen at a future date.
That's right, Jared.
I don't get it, Light. Didn't you say you weren't going out until entrance exams were over?
That was before
It's
I
not him,
scored
right?
#1 on the national practice exams.
Oh, you're such a...
Is that him?
I think
I
that
don't
might be
get
him.
it, Light. Didn't you say you weren't going out until entrance exams were over?
That was before I scored #1 on the national practice exams.
Oh, you're such a nerd.
Maybe he's just trying to come off as a normal kid. It is him, I think, Jordan. Right? Just leading the guy astray.
Yeah.
So I guess he didn't really back off too much.
And now he sees his face.
Oh, there he is. There he is. There he is. There he is. Oh, no. Oh, no.
He's coming to do some business.
Oh, snap.
All right, Joe, we got to keep watching.
Oh, snap, Jared.
He's getting on his bus to do something. Come on.
Oh, snap. All right.
It's about to get dirty.
Let's go. I'm sorry.
It's him. He's here. 7 passengers, excluding him. No one's in the way. Everything should go smoothly.
Oh, I feel like it's not going to go smoothly, though. Oh, he's loading the gun.
Stay in your seats unless you want to die.
Bus jacking? You gotta be kidding me.
Everybody shut up! If anybody moves, I'm putting a bullet in their head. All right, driver. You listen to me. I know you've got the number for Spaceland's office on you. Call them.
Okay.
That's where he was going to go for the date.
Yeah.
Calling from bus 174.
Tell them what's going on, and no tricks either.
My bus has been hijacked, and he's holding a gun to my head.
Tell me that. You heard what he said. Now you listen up. Have a female staff member bring all of Spaceland's cash from yesterday. I know it's there. Have her meet us 2 bus stops from...
All of Spaceland's what?
Cash.
Cash?
So, Jared, Light wrote down in the death book for that to happen.
Yeah.
So is Light trying to get rich in the process?
But think about this. What? That's sort of bizarre in any normal scenario for this guy to be mentioning Spaceland.
Oh, yeah.
You know, bring Spaceland's cash. It's very specific. And if I were the girl, I would be a little suspicious. Ooh. Right? Light and the girl are headed to Spaceland. And here this guy says, bring Spaceland's cash.
I wonder how many people on this bus are even going near Spaceland.
Good question. Light has intentionally put himself and the girl in harm's way.
However, in harm's way if things don't go to plan.
Yeah.
If things go to plan, they're safe.
True.
But if someone tries to maybe attack this guy, like if the detective in the back,
Yeah.
He's a detective, right?
I think so.
If he tries to come up and disrupt things, that could put people's lives in danger. Light knows what's going to happen, though. It seems.
Sasaki, calling from bus 174.
Tell them what's going on, and no tricks either.
My bus has been hijacked, and he's holding a gun to my head.
Tell me that. You heard what he said. Now you listen up. Have a female staff member bring all of Spaceland's cash from yesterday. I know it's there. Have her meet us 2 bus stops from the park, and don't make me wait. If you mess with me at all, or try to get the police
Try to
involved,
act surprised.
I swear I'll kill every one of these passengers.
Oh, snap. He's not even holding her, Jared. Oh, there he goes.
Beauty, don't be scared. As soon as he turns around, I'm going to grab the gun out of his hand.
Don't be stupid. That's risky. If it comes to that, I'll take care of it.
What's your name, sir?
It's okay. We don't have to pass notes back and forth. As long as we keep it down, he won't be able to hear our voices over the sound of the engine.
Do you have any proof that you're not his accomplice? Why should we trust you?
Hold on.
Accomplice?
Yes, I've read about this before. The first hijacker comes in like he's working alone. Meanwhile, a second one pretends to be a hostage and stays in the very back just in case something goes wrong. What's the matter?
Oh, he's going to get him to reveal his name.
That's it.
He's going to say, no,
You
guy.
just clicked.
Yeah, I was wondering why your mouth was open. And
No,
you were just, maybe your
say-
mouth wasn't open. You were just,
This is Light's way of saying, what's your name, sir? What's your name? I'm detective. I am not a criminal.
This is such an elaborate way for Light to go about finding this guy's name.
Yeah.
I feel like he could have done it in a simpler way. And I
Exactly.
feel like if he really wanted to kill him, he could have just had this guy kill him.
It seemed like this worked out too well, or is working out too well, right? For the guy to interrupt the passing of the note, right? Was that written
Right.
down? I don't think so. You know?
Maybe.
All right, Jordan, let's see how this plays out.
4. The first hijacker comes in like he's working alone. Meanwhile, a second one pretends to be a hostage and stays in the very back just in case something goes wrong. What's the matter?
You really think he is one?
I have no choice. I'm sure Light Yagami isn't Kira. If he was, he could just kill this guy with a heart attack.
There you go.
Here's my proof.
There you
Take
go.
a look.
FBI? I see. El needed an outsider, so we got the FBI to investigate anyone connected to the Japanese police. His name is Ray Penber.
Ray Penber.
FBI, Ray Penber.
Yeah, write that down.
Trust you. And I guess for the time being, I won't bother asking what an FBI agent is doing on the bus in the first place. Do you have a gun?
Yeah, I've got one.
So if it comes down to it, I can rely on you, right?
Yes.
Hold on one second. I'm sorry. Light said, so if it comes down to it, I can rely on you. I can rely on you. Got an FBI agent taking orders from a kid.
Well, look, he said at first, I won't ask why there's an FBI agent on the bus.
That may have been in his head. I'm trying to
No.
I'm trying to discern between what he says out loud and what he thinks.
I want to know if he said that to him.
Okay.
His name is Ray Penber.
Penber.
Look.
I'll trust you. And I guess for the time being, I won't bother asking what an FBI agent is doing.
I guess I won't ask why an FBI agent's on the bus.
On the bus in the first place. Do you have a gun?
Yeah, I've got one.
So,
Light is a king of manipulation.
Yeah.
Jared, he's got this down to a science. Look, do you have a gun?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. He didn't sound scared when he said that.
No, it's like,
He said, do you have a gun?
True, but it seems like he's projecting fear.
Yeah.
Like he has to, and he's playing just like Ryuk's having fun. Light's having fun with all of this as well.
Yeah.
Light loves creating these elaborate plans, and when they come to fruition like this, he's in his glory, Jared.
comes down to it, I can rely on you, right?
Yes.
Shut the hell up, you old hag! You want me to shoot you right now?
That's right. This guy. His face was all over the local news just a few days ago. Some junkie. He tried to rob a bank, ended up killing 3 people before he got away. He's extremely dangerous.
We're safe. He won't shoot us. In fact, he's not gonna do anything.
Oh.
Don't move, you little punk!
That wasn't a
he's
part of the
gonna
plan.
What the hell is that?
He's gonna grab it.
That wasn't a part of the plan, was it?
You guys were planning something back here, weren't you?
Damn it. If he sees that note from before, he'll find out the Light was planning to jump him and take his gun away.
That was part of the plan.
Plans for a date, huh? Stupid kid.
Gotcha.
Who the hell are you? You in the very back. What do you think you're doing? Don't mess with me. How long have you been hiding back there?
He touched the death note!
He touched the book!
I didn't know he could just touch a page.
A page from the death note. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. At first, I thought he was talking to Ray, the detective.
I thought this is where he was going to take Ray out.
Yeah.
Literally, kill him.
Okay, we got to see how this plays out, Jordan.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness.
Do you have any thoughts before we play?
Yeah, I need a sip of water.
All right. Interesting plan. What's going to happen here? I guess we'll find out.
Hold on. Maybe the detective's going to think this guy is mentally unstable.
Or like schizophrenic or something. Has schizophrenia.
Jared, let's keep it moving.
You in the very... Who the hell are you? You in the very back. What do you think you're doing? Don't mess with me. How long have you been hiding back there?
What's this? You're talking to me? So you mean you can actually see me right now?
Stay there, you! You! Keep away from me, you freak!
This isn't good. He's hallucinating.
Everyone, get down!
Oh, I get it. That little note that Light accidentally dropped was actually torn from the pages of the Death Note itself. Since he tricked this guy into touching the paper, he's the only other one on the bus who can see me.
Yep.
That's so smart.
Get away!
Oh, he's got to kill him. The detective's got to kill him now.
Sorry, pal.
He's got to kill him.
I'm a Shinigami, so I'm afraid your bullets aren't gonna kill me.
Oh my God! He's got to kill him.
Oh my God!
He's got to kill him. What's he doing?
Did he take him out?
What's that detective doing back there, Jared?
Anyone who touches the Death Note can see me. I have to stay till the Death Note is finished, or I see you die, whichever comes first. And a Shinigami can't die from being shot. I've said all these things at one time or another. Well, he is the top-ranked student in the country. Guess I shouldn't be surprised. He even used this hijacking as a way to get the guy following him to willingly give up his name.
It's not the bus! Let me off!
What the? He's the FBI!
Wait, no. What just happened here? Hold on a minute.
The guy's running!
He
didn't even stop him.
He ran right past him.
He ran through Ryuk because he can't see him.
He ran through Ryuk, but
he said, "Let me off the bus."
Was that him or was that the criminal? Was that the armed robber?
Who said, "Let me off the bus"?
Yes.
No, the armed robber went to go take hostage.
I gotta see this.
What's this guy doing?
Hold on.
Use this hijacking as a way to get the guy following him to willingly give up his name.
It's not the bus! Let me off!
Or did that guy say that?
Yeah.
$11:45 on the dot.
This guy.
Everything went just as I planned.
This guy.
Kiichiro Osoreda, accidental death. Boards the 11:31 Spaceland-bound bus near the eastern entrance to the park, holding a loaded gun and attempts to hijack the bus.
All for a name!
It's a horrific fan. Boards the 11:31 Spaceland-bound bus near the eastern entrance to the park, holding a loaded gun and attempts to hijack the bus. He sees a horrific phantom and empties his gun trying to kill it. Terrified, he flees the bus. Immediately afterwards, at 11:45, he dies when struck by a car.
Got it.
Got it.
You will be next, Ray Penber.
Got it. It still sort of doesn't make sense if we're thinking about it in reality, though.
Yeah.
Like any other detective would have killed that man. No?
It was not in the plan.
I understand that. That's why I say I got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't in the Death Note. It was already fated to be that way.
Exactly.
But I'm trying to understand, like, any other FBI agent would have killed that man.
After, like, the first or second shot.
So Light seems to have the ability to not only control the person who he's going to kill, but the people around that person.
Yes.
Which is a crazy thing to think about.
Sort of as like a byproduct.
Exactly. Oh! That is the definition of power, of almost like a godlike figure.
Oh my. Why do you think he chose for this man to die by a car accident and not by getting shot by the detective?
Maybe, great question. Maybe they would have put the detective on administrative leave. I don't know why that would have been a bad thing for Light. Maybe they would have replaced that detective with another person who he doesn't know the name.
Yeah.
So now Light knows this person's name. I think the car accident thing was just something, part of Light's imagination.
Yeah.
But that's a great question.
And will it be suspicious at all once Light kills Ray Penber? You know, knowing that Ray Penber has been trailing Light.
That's why he's probably not going to kill him anytime soon. They had their first conversation.
What he could do is have somebody else kill him. Right? He could have had this guy, this armed robber, shoot and kill him on the bus.
He could have.
However, details probably would have got out that Light was also on that bus.
There you go. And also, this detective didn't commit any crimes.
Yeah.
I know he's coming after Light, But the detective, Jared, he seems like a genuine guy. He was actually trying to help Light.
Yeah.
And his girl. I want to know if they made it to Spaceland. I want to know if they made it to Spaceland.
Yeah, maybe we'll find out in episode 5.
I also want to know if the lady from Spaceland brought the cash over. Like, what is going on, everybody?
So again, Jordan, it did not foul. In every episode thus far, we have had at least one of those moments. Whoa! Here, it was the guy touched the death note.
I'm in love with anime. Jared, this is too good.
Yeah.
It's all too good. We are inside the world of Light Yagami and L. And all of these characters sitting here, it feels like we're actually in it. I was on that bus, Jared. We were on that bus, man.
Yeah.
This stuff's powerful, man.
Yeah. Incredibly powerful. And one of our patrons said something along the lines of, in anime, you can do so much more than you could do in like a real movie or a film, right? You're not restricted to the bounds of human acting.
Oh,
you know?
Yeah, that's a great point.
You do so much more. But the writers, brilliant so far.
Can I ask you one last question before we get out of here?
Yes.
What the hell do you think is going to happen next?
Yeah, I don't know. I have to think it would be smart for Light to take some time, as you said, before killing Ray. I don't know. I feel like this was like a successful mission for Light.
Absolutely.
He tested out something highly complex. The person died at exactly the time that he wrote down in the death note. He may try to get even more clever and maybe try to wipe his hands clean from the killings. Now that he did this, right? He intentionally, but in the eyes of the police, anonymously killed the armed robber.
With the detective following him, sitting in the backseat of the bus.
Doing nothing.
And it didn't raise any suspicion in the detective. And the detective handed over Light his FBI badge that says, I'm Ray Pember.
How about this?
That's crazy.
You know what I would do if I was Light?
What?
I would get the public on Light's side, aka Kira's side, by having somebody killed and at the same time showing the public that the police didn't do anything to stop that person from being killed. Then it's like, oh, we're not worried about Kiddo. We're worried about the police protecting us.
Do your job. Do your job. Do your job. Protest, mass protests on the street. Hey, that's the dilemma I was in. I'm like, if a guy is sending 6, 7, 8 shots to the back of the bus, you have elderly people, you have human beings on the bus, you have high school kids.
It almost made me look at Ray in a completely different light.
I'm like, Ray, are you a coward? Go kill that man.
But then Light has full control.
That's right. I forgot about that for a minute.
Yeah.
Because it's so easy to forget. Like these are such complicated scenarios that Light draws out and writes up, that it's so easy to forget that, oh snap, he actually wrote that down and thought about that to a T.
Yeah.
So I think that going forward, Jared, we're going to have to pay super close attention to every single detail that happens, because this shit is about to get complex.
4 episodes in, we have 33 episodes remaining, if my calculations are correct.
Yeah.
We will see you again very soon. Do not forget to continue to send us questions after each episode so we can read them at the beginning. We love you very much. Be kind.
Keep an open mind, everybody. Peace.